message. Hello, chat. Welcome in, everyone. Happy to have you in. Happy Tuesday to you. And I already cheated. I started early. I got my dose started. It's completely blown out on monitor. I don't know why. Bread is poofing. Let's see here. Ratio math. Yes, I know the light is flickering. I apologize for that tonight, chat. It's a light bulb. I gotta replace it. Let's make some coffee. And so I've created a starter here tonight, chat. This is not going to be my actual bread dough for the evening, as much as that is blown out. We'll get to that when the black from the coffee is. Yeah. Chat, do I rush out and immediately replace the light bulb, or just claim it's a Halloween decoration? Sort of like a free decoration. Well, not free, because I'm gonna have to replace it, but just sort of annoying because I think I've replaced that light bulb twice before already. Welcome. Happy Tuesday to all of you as well. tonight's going to be sort of a chill night. It's going to be mostly making the bread. Got to chop up some jardiniere. I'm thinking I might roast some taters. But it's basically baking bread. And then making herself a nice sandwich out of it that I'm going to take a slice out of it for tonight. It's ideally going to be better tomorrow. Yeah, why is that? Let's try that. That sounds a little bit better in my ear. Hopefully it does to yours. I wasn't paying attention to that. Thank you for pointing that out, man. And yes, we have flickering light. Light is dying. Going to have to replace it. And I've already called tomorrow's challenge. It was a landslide vote. There was really no chance for cotton candy, and so we are doing pumpkin. Tomorrow night. Yeah, I don't know why that's been like that. And both of those are muted when that one definitely shouldn't be. And oh, do we have actually both of them working tonight? That would be gorgeous. I've been having trouble getting my shot microphone right here to pick up via USB. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining me tonight. Cheers. Okay. So, we already have our starter started. I started this roughly this morning, maybe noonish. Could have started it considerably earlier. The idea here is this is getting it already ready going, but it's also getting a bit more flavor to it, a little more ferment to it. It's not going to be sourdough, but it's going to give us a little bit more of that fermentiness, and actually just sort of, at this point, it's sort of giving you full depth of flavor in your bread versus the quicker breads that I do normally here on stream. So, there's that. We're going to get some more yeast going, though. And I'm going to be a little bit more than doubling this. If I can and get some warm water going. That's what I thought. You need about half of this. Just warm water and yeast. Inch of flour. I'm putting a full cup of bread flour and 3/4 of a cup of AP flour in this. In this bowl over here. And since I don't have any salt in my starter over here, I'm going to add a decent amount of salt here from my bread into this front part. And give that a mix up with my hand while we let that yeast continue to wake up. You can see it's already bubbling there. So some of that's already alive and kicking. I'm going to wait until it's all alive and kicking. How much total flour, how much total yeast, how much yeast? Well, this is a half cup of water and a cup of yeast with, or a cup of water. A cup of bread flour and a half cup of water with some yeast. And then this over here is 1 3/4 cups flour. And this is another half cup of water. So they're two different ratios. I'm waiting to see for the yeast to start. Oh, we're just starting to there. We're starting to bubble back up. It's sort of fun watching the yeast sometimes where it goes from this dormant state to dropping to the bottom in like clumps, and then it'll start floating back up to the top in clumps. Oh, so you're just prepping today, Buns? You're just fermenting and poofing tonight? I'm going to call this yeast good to go. It is certainly awake. You can see, yeah, just moving it. A whole bunch of it just popped up in the top. Go ahead and add that to this. This might not even be enough to mix together without the starter in there. This is on the drier side for dough. Well, if you leave it too long, what happens is what's going on over here on our starter here. Actually, we'll zoom out even more. That proofed up and it was way up. This is easily an inch higher. Like, show the edge of the rim there. This is collapsed after proofing up and deflated, collapsed, because it really didn't have the kneading power to hold it all together in a nice bowl. The proteins haven't been done up nicely. We're gonna mix all of that in with this now. But a fair number of recipes out there, including this one here, done the way they want it to, involves overnight resting in the refrigerator. This sort of weird texture. The newer mix of bread is drier, while the starter was a much wetter combo. I will be, yes. Yep, I'm making muffuletta bread. That's why fresh bread is a beautiful thing, and why bakeries sell their day olds for like half price. Don't have all the preservatives and highly processed manners of flour that the white bread producers of America do. So the stuff we make doesn't last nearly as well or the same. Alright, I'm going to live with that. We're going to give that a little bit of a balling. And we're going to put this into a fresh bowl. And I don't mind this being a rather wide bowl because we're going to be doing this into a rather flat round. So it flattening out is not a bad thing. Oh yeah, it's pretty similar. I do rolls actually on stream pretty often. I have a couple of similar in the ballpark of a half cup of liquid to a cup of AP flour. Cup and a quarter, cup and a half. Somewhere in there. And it's just like most other things in the kitchen, you know, it takes a little bit of practice on where you want your dough to be, how much moisture you want, how much this, that, the other thing you want. Same thing as like making biscuits, you know, and how to fold it and how to have it come together nicely. I don't know, I'm washing my hands and not done washing stuff. The big thing with rolls, especially if you're doing them in numbers, is getting them done. Because if you're doing a whole bunch of them, you're going to have some of them like fully proofed by the time you're done rolling them if you're not quick and practiced. Now, pizza dough is a little bit more of a challenge for me because I sort of hedge away from the dishes that really take time. And that's one of them where pizza dough, it seems simple, but you really want to let it rest a day or several days in the refrigerator to get that full flavor out of it. I've tried it once or twice from scratch on stream. Majority of the time I just buy my pizza dough, which is really horrible considering I make bread on stream all the time. But the question is what am I going to do with pumpkin tomorrow? Chat, what should I use pumpkin for tomorrow? Me and bread flour don't get along. I don't know if it just takes so much longer to proof or what, but my history with bread flour, which there's bread flour in tonight's combo, I never get the proof that I really want out of it. Ravioli. Ow. Pumpkin souffle. I never know if I do a souffle right. Like, yeah, there's the whole it rose up nicely and kept its height, but the actual texture that you're trying to nail with it, I just don't. And to be honest, a lot of dishes like that these days don't excite me. It's a good idea, though. I don't mean to bash on your idea. I'm just sitting here thinking of souffles and like, ooh, fancy egg foam. Ravioli is an interesting idea. Pumpkin pie, I think I've done pumpkin pie pretty well on stream. I don't know if I really need to hit that up again. I got that cutesy one in my slideshow with the pumpkin face on it, made out of crust. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do for pumpkin tomorrow. Let's get our oven going here. And let's season up some taters. To go with my sandwich tonight. I'm debating if I should do if I should roast my pumpkin tomorrow night, or if I should just buy roasted pumpkin, because typically I just buy it. For the ingredient challenge. Hello, John. Sunflower oil. Bit more oil. Salt. MSG. Worcestershire. You see, the captions get it no matter how I say it. Shire. Well, didn't get that. Dijon. Honey. Come on. Pouring slow as molasses here, honey. Garlic. And we'll give that a stir. Add some pepper to that. Easy. Hey, El Capitano. Let's do pen and parchment. How you doing tonight, John? Realizing I didn't say hello to you. Hope everyone's having a lovely Tuesday. Pour the last of this honey mustard oil seasoning deliciousness over the top. Because waste not, want not. There we go, we got taters. Ready to go in the oven. We'll wait until the oven's up to 425 here. While we're waiting on that, we'll get into... well, we're not in a rush tonight, chat. We're not in a rush at all tonight. We got our bread proofing nicely, though. This is already, you know, like at least a quarter, if not 1.5 original size. And it's keeping its beautiful size nicely. It's looking more like a ball than a flat saucer. Welcome in, Jen. Happy Tuesday. Actually, we can throw this over here, though. Give this a little bit of warmth from the oven. I sort of doubted El Capitano. I sort of... yeah, I seem to do alright with AP flour, but when you start getting into bread flour, it just doesn't want to work. Not quite sure. I mean, there's science there. I just don't know what it is. I used to pretend that I had the memory to remember things like that. Like, oh, it's got this protein content compared to that protein, which it is just mostly a different amount of protein in bread, but... Thank you for the follow. Well, where you are in the world can certainly define what types of flour you have, because there is no real set standard. I assume there's a shipping standard, but when it comes to what they're selling it as, I know you have strong flour in the UK and some other different types of flours, and you don't really have what we have in the terms of an AP flour. I think we have a lot less in the way of soft wheat products than other regions do, because not all wheat is the same. You have hard wheat and soft wheat, which strangely does not equate very much to stronger wheat, stronger weak product. It's not. Oops, sorry. Bumped the camera. So it's And I don't know the exact difference between what a strong flour is in the UK and what bread flour is in the US. And bread flour in itself in the US can be all over the place. It's sort of like saying it's dark chocolate, and you have like a gazillion different cacao percentages. So it certainly can be a region, but it also can be that it can be even just region in the States. I mean, what you have available for flour. I mean, I'm absolutely privileged living here in Sonoma County with so many different supermarket chains. I discovered I had another one that's, I mean, it's a 15-minute drive from my house, but it's another major chain in the area that I could go to. And I understand that, you know, many people, you got 15-20 minute drive just to get to a single supermarket or a single town in the area. Or maybe you're reliant only on Walmart or only on, you know, Costco or something like that. I have a flour mill in the county. I'm buying my flour direct from the flour mill. Which that isn't too... I mean... It's more cost effective to mill it locally. It's a lot easier to ship the whole grain than it is the flours, if you think about volume. You're greatly increasing your surface area by grinding it, so therefore it's much more poofy. Same reason why we used to only drink instant coffee when, well, we had beans around, but when I was a kid, basically everyone drank instant coffee. And now it's all about the specialty local roasted. And that's the shipping cost thing. That's availability thing. It's a lot. Instant coffee is, I mean, if you think about it, it's a concentrated version of the coffee already. Like, they can do the whole process on one location and then just ship the final product to you dehydrated. Versus, you know, beans that you're going to then roast, which, if you think about roasting, you're gonna burn off a lot of liquid there, so you've paid to ship that liquid that you're then going to roast off locally. Add in the, you know, availability of roasters at a local level. I mean, you could even buy a roaster. That's the huge thing with the brewery explosion here lately, has been the ability for us to produce all the stainless steel tanks and the stuff that the local brewers need. It's sort of funny how some things get set off by other parts of industry. It'd be poofing still. We can go ahead and throw these taters in now. I'm gonna throw these into the oven here for 30 to 40 minutes. Set the timer for 35. Get the oven at 425. Maybe a bit warm. out of coffee. Do I still have instant coffee? I tossed that, didn't I? Yeah, I had to have tossed that. I had it open for ages, so it's probably lost a lot of its... had lost most of its yumminess. What is this? Do I have sun-dried tomatoes still? I do. It's continuing to poof nicely. I keep turning it every now and then because we got the oven exhaust hitting it on the back end here. Board camera. Over on the cutting board. I think I went about this wrong. That's one jar down. Maybe that's how they came up with the name Jardinera, one jar down. Using the moat cutting board just because the juices. Chat, by the way, this smells so amazing. The smell of the Chardonnay. Like, this is some good stuff. I'm going to save the oil and vinegar. Like I said before, we'll use that for marinade for chicken sometime. This is mostly chopped up enough, but I'm going to give it just an extra chop for this. Internet's designed to do that to you, buns. Everything wants your attention all at once. Even me. And so I'm just going to go through this and sort of rough chop and try and knock it down in size a little bit. Obviously not being wholly effective with this, but it's going on a sandwich, so we want it sandwich sizable. Sandwich sized. You know, we want our olives at least halved. What is this? This is called Jardinera. This is actually my last month's monthly project. It is a pickled / preserved vegetable mixture of olives, Romanesco, cauliflower, onions, carrots, and celery, sweet peppers, jalapenos, and lots of garlic that's been sitting in a mixture of oil and vinegar for about, since the 15th. Yes, there's lots of garlic in this. I can smell the garlic from this. I can smell the sweet peppers a little bit too. And the overall, like, olivey, you get a little bit of the cauliflower Romanesco in there in the scent too, but there is lots of garlic there. John. I made 3 jars like the one you saw out here a moment ago, those tall ones. Well, I did 2.5 at least. And there were 7 heads of garlic in there. So, there is garlic in this mixture. I'm going to be using this for baking bread tonight. My spring form. So I'm going to call this doubled. I don't know if it looks that way to you, chat, but I think this has doubled. It was a process just to do the garlic, yes. And I was tired of chopping after doing all that. I'm going to butter my pan for my bread. I'm mostly doing this because butter. I mean, it's a non-stick pan, so I don't have to worry about it so much in that regard. Alright, we're going to do our tamp down on our dough here. And then I am just going to flop that upside down, do a little push around and try and both flatten it out and even it out to the edges a bit. And we let that hang out like that. Set this over on the stove too. Over on the stove. Zoom right. So we have this jardiniere cut up, but I have more to cut up here because, well, because olives. Where's the other thing though? Olives. There it is. I didn't mean to change the song. Apparently I did that. At least we're not turning off the music anymore. I'm just randomly changing the song. These last two just like want to refuse to go. So the olives that are in the Jardiniere are Spanish. These are Castelrovano, which I just butchered that name. And then I've also got some Calamatos to throw in there too. The problem with chopping olives, they just tend to disappear. I love these olives. These are so buttery. They're a little hit and miss to get them jarred just right in season. So they aren't always the greatest, but you get a good bunch of these, and they're tasty. See? Just disappear. Ooh. That one still had a bit of pit in it. Bit of pit. Hey, look, Spum. I'm chopping olives, roasting taters, and soon to be baking bread. Oh yeah, I got all sorts of sliced meats and cheese for with this too, chat, but that's sort of like last minute part to this. So our veggies so far for our sandwich. All sorts of stuff in there now getting buried by olives. Thank you, Lexa. I'll use calamatas for something else here. We're getting to olive overload. Hopefully things are going well for you in Chile. What time is it there in Chile? Over on the cutting board. So there's our jardiniere. Hey, Cosmic. Welcome, welcome. Let's go ahead and make up an egg wash for this bread. Did I get rid of my old one? Oh, no, but still hidden back there. My evening has been quite chill tonight, Cosmic. This has been an absolute no-rush stream. We've been hanging out, mostly waiting on bread to proof. Roasting some taters. I chopped up some jardiniere a bit further and added some extra olive to it there. That's what you're seeing there on the cutting board. Going to be making what will be... I'm going to eat it fresh tonight, but this sandwich is really intended to be like a deli sandwich, like pressed and sit in the the refrigerator overnight and then they cut it to order, sort of a thing. It's actually a sandwich I made pretty often when I was working full-time, and you know, sandwich pressed in the fridge, ready to go. How did all you get dirty? Like, I cleaned 2 of you already on stream. Adding 1 egg and a bit of half and half. In the jar there, in the measuring cup. There's our egg. Here's a little half and half. Just a little bit. You only need like a drop. That was more than I needed. And if you want to use the yolk for something else, you can save the yolk for something else. But you want the egg white, and it helps to have just that touch of cream in there. It's sort of funny, beating an egg and kneading bread are sort of like the same process in reverse, or opposite of each other. In bread, you're kneading it to try and get the protein fibers or strands to elongate from being coiled up or balled up or, knotted. Whereas with egg, you're whisking it to break that down. At least that's how I sort of take it. It's probably not the exact science. I probably got the science completely wrong there. But we'll pour that into a resealable container so we can keep using it for a little bit here. If I don't use all of it tonight, I'm going to use quite a bit of it tonight. You got to get that whole top of that piece of bread over on the stove. Hopefully everyone's had a good start to their week. Hopefully it's not like the meme I posted first thing in Discord today. Where it's only Tuesday. I hope it's Tuesday, no problem. We got this. Dad joke, just no. Dad joke, you're banned. Bad dad joke. Bad. Oh no. I hope it goes smoother, Cosmic. Got about 3.5 minutes on our 35 minutes for our potatoes. We'll see if those need another 5 minutes or not. I sort of just want to shovel this in my mouth right now. Like, I could be set with this right now, chat. That's coming from Carnivore. Quinoa. I'm guessing our potatoes are going to be looking okay. That's why I'm switching over to the Truvette main camera. We still got another minute on the taters. Hollows, they just disappear. How many out there, be truthful chat, how many of you put them on your fingers as a kid? At least at one point. Alright, I'm calling the taters done. So I'm going to drop the temp down to 350. I'm going to egg wash my bread. Zoom right. And we're going to hit that with some sesame seeds. And then we're going to throw this into the oven. Just like that. And we got, over on the cutting board, roasted taters. We'll just give it a little color. Bit of paprika over the top of them. Hydrate. Hydrate. Okay. Those are looking delicious. Hot. Hot, hot, hot. That's not what I said, voice commands, but you can call them fries. I just roasted some potatoes to have something to do other than make a sandwich. So those are to munch on. They're sticky though. They're stickier than I anticipated. The honey is sticky. Sticky icky. That pan is still a bit too warm. Yeah, those are gonna sit for a minute. But our bread is in the oven with 23 minutes on it. And then we're going to be making, well, it's going to be another 5 minutes or so after that to let the bread cool down a little bit. Then we're going to be making our sandwich. Yeah, those are hot. They're not as crispy as you would expect. the color is not quite as crispy. Where'd we go, music? What happened to you, music? Happy Tuesday, chat. If I wanted to be really bad, I could take the sour cream and add some sneezing and that for this, but that's not going to happen. Let's see what's going on in the world here. Oh, and in news for me, by the way, chat, since we can now restream on Twitch, you can expect me, once I get the motivation to figure it all out, I will be multi-streaming from in the near future. So you will likely be able to find me on YouTube and or Kick in addition to Twitch. Yeah, a bunch of political non-news today. Like, oh yeah, did you hear about that idiot pilot that scarily tried to down a plane and has now been charged with, what was it? 80-some attempted murders from trying to down a passenger plane? Apparently, he said that he was under the influence of magic mushrooms. Like, that was a good plan, dude. I mean, granted, it's awesome that, you know, the actual pilots of the plane, not the one that was in the jump seat, just taking a free ride, you know, realized what was and stopped them. Which that's like probably my number one worry on a plane these days, is that the pilots are, you know, got everything going for them upstairs. Because the planes more or less fly themselves these days. Like, I don't want to say that they don't have to know a lot. They have to know a lot in case things go wrong. But their job is basically to be there in case things go wrong at this point. I don't really think that they're really, you know, they're basically programming the flight in at this point. And so, you know, the planes are going to work. Like, even the landings are, like, half automated these days. So, unless you're doing some, like, really exotic flying, or, you know, it's... And you look at the security measures that they have in place now for anyone that isn't already in that pilot room, at least in the flights that I've taken since the whole 9/11 stuff, there ain't a chance you getting into that captain's cabinet. I listened to there was a public MIT thing about the F-22 Raptor and how it flies and its ability to do stuff. And you listen to him explain how the pilot action is for modern day pilots in these fighter planes. And it's essentially, for the newer planes, the newer ones that they're putting out there now, you basically dial in your max G load, which you've tested in your training, and you just tell the plane to do whatever you want it to do, and it's going to try. But it's not going to go into the ground itself. The pilot can tell it to do, basically whatever it wants, and it'll do anything but crash. So yeah, that's scary. Yeah, international politics, international wars, international politics, no. Oh, good. I won't get in trouble for using Taco Tuesday. Apparently, Taco Bell has given up their claim towards that title, even though it was not theirs to begin with. Taco John started Taco Tuesday, and then they gave up the rights to Taco Bell because they worried they couldn't fight him in court. I don't know, what did they do, Buns? I don't know, I can't see the clip. Yeah, that doesn't help me, Buns. Ooh, that's a new one. Apparently Google on the Pixel 8 blocked people from installing benchmark apps. Which, that's sort of scummy. I think people should be able to properly benchmark their phones. I disagree with a lot of things that are in industry standards right now. Like, you know, I'm much more of a right to repair kind of guy than a lot of the tech industry. Like, let us replace our batteries, please. You know, let us just upgrade the memory. Why you got to make the Xbox only be able to have this such memory? And yeah, it's... Apple's much worse at that, to be honest. Yeah, Buns, benchmark apps, the same app, you know, for testing a phone's capabilities and comparing it to other ones, benchmark apps. Yeah, what John was saying there. I hate so many food things are just straight up clickbait. Like, the chef approved secret ingredient for incredibly flavorful meatballs was mix a little bit of the sauce that you're using in with your meatballs. Thank you, El Capitano. We got about 11 minutes on that still in the oven right now. We're chilling, waiting on that. But it like, that is such a non-answer. Like, that is, the entire article is clickbait. It drives me nuts. Or wait, maybe this is different here. This is sounding like this is different here. No. More of the same. Let's see here. I'm not going to read Dear Abby. Massachusetts could soon have its official state ice cream flavor. A joint petition originally filed in January proposed to recognize cookies and cream as the official ice cream flavor of Massachusetts. In 1984, former President Ronald Reagan declared July as National Ice Cream Month to commemorate the nutritious and wholesome food. I don't know that I necessarily think nutritious and wholesome when I think of ice cream. I do think tasty, and yes, please, but nutritious and like, I mean, I know we're talking about Reagan here, like, you know, ketchup the vegetable Reagan, but 18 best pie and ice cream combos. Apple pie and walnut ice cream. Pumpkin pie and vanilla. Pecan and chocolate. Okay. Blueberry and lemon. Mixed berry and basil. That's an interesting combo. Cherry pie and almond. I'm gonna fix my earbuds here real quick. Give me one moment here, chat. Chocolate cream pie and brownie batter ice cream. Mud pie and cookies and cream. I have a feeling that would just get muddy. Like, it's all just gonna be like cookies and cream. Peanut butter pie and chocolate ice cream. Yeah, I feel like that's sort of a cop-out combo. Same with this one, lemon meringue and vanilla. Like, I don't want to serve ice cream with lemon meringue. Like, that may be the only pie I can think of that I don't want a la mode. Peach pie and raspberry sorbet sounds like a winner. Banana cream pie and chocolate chip ice cream. Yeah, that's another one. It's a cream pie. Like, do I want ice cream with a cream pie? Don't ban me, chat. Don't ban me, Twitch. Coconut cream pie, like, yeah, and ginger ice cream. Ginger ice cream sounds great with a pie. Coconut cream? Like, I don't want ice cream with cream pie. I don't want ice cream with meringue. I don't want... It's like the same texture twice. Sweet potato pie and salted caramel. I sort of want to say cinnamon more than salted caramel. Key lime pie and coconut ice cream. Yeah, I don't want coconut anything. So, strawberry rhubarb and vanilla. I think that's another cop out. I think that could be. You could do better with the ice cream there. Hoosier pie and coffee cream and coffee ice cream. Okay, yeah, maybe some ice. That one's sort of like, really? Because, like, Hoosier pie I think of as sort of like almost like a depression. Like, it has sugar, but that's about all you got. To match that with ice cream, I think that's another loser combo. Test pie and butter pecan. I'll take that. A couple of those are okay. A couple of those are, yeah. I think that was about 50-50 on that list. Let's see how classic this 15-minute classic lasagna is. Yeah, that's not anything that I think of as true classic. And there is no way anyone is doing that in 15 minutes. A olive oil, streak bacon, onion, celery, and carrot chopped and grated, garlic, beef mince, tomato puree, chopped tomatoes, honey, fresh egg lasagna sheets, creme fraiche. Like, this is not a classical lasagna recipe by any means to me. No, I didn't see that Nan Reader. I don't know. Of course, I don't know what their supercharged drinks are either. Panera Bread's charged lemonade linked to death in lawsuit. The lemonade has as much caffeine as an energy drink, but does not reflect that in its marketing. The large size has more caffeine than a 12-ounce Red Bull and a 16-ounce Monster energy drink combined. Like, how much caffeine do you need in lemonade? Yeah, I think... Unless it's, like, blatantly obvious in its marketing, that's, like... That's nutso. And we have Louisiana getting super fog now. Like, we always got to come up with new names for stuff. Like, we can't just use fog. I'm gonna give that another couple minutes here. Continue munching on taters. But yeah, that's an insane amount of caffeine. This pumpkin pie cookie is dangerously addictive. Can I make cookies tomorrow, chat? The Russians are attacking. Buns missed out on another chance to ban someone. Yeah, I doubt that was an original account. Red's almost out here, chap. Last minute. Yep. I've been getting more bots in here lately. Like, that's 2 or 3 this month. I mean, it's nowhere near as bad when we had the hotspots and stuff like that going on. Red. Could have got some more browning on it, but I didn't want to go too high with my... Didn't want to go too hot with this. I like this pan and I don't want to destroy it. Just finish it all. We'll give that a minute to cool down here. We'll start getting our meats out. Meats and cheeses. By the way, chat, price-wise, this is a Ford meal here. We have mortadella, we have salami, we have copa, and then provolone for our cheese. Mortadella, if people are unfamiliar with it, It's essentially bologna, but it's the OG bologna. It's got some more chunks of fat to it. Copa is the star of this as far as I'm concerned. I love Copa. It's horrible for you though. And it's not cheap either. But it is pork. That is cured. Off on the spicier side. Got a whiff of a ammonia-like smell, and I don't know where it came from. Which, when it comes to deli meats, is not a good smell. This is the Copa. Yeah, I can't use this Copa, chat. It's just got a ever so light ammonia funk to it. I just don't want to trust it. I don't want listeria. That's a bummer. Ozzy! Welcome, Ozzy. Happy Tuesday to you. Oh yeah, so pumpkin one. I need your vote, Ozzy. I need your vote on this month's ingredient, or our monthly challenge. You said martini or Manhattan earlier, but I need, you need to pick one. There can only be one. Gin martini. Thank you for that resub, Ozzy. Thank you for hanging out with me. Alright, chat. Let's cut the bread. Let's do veggies on bottom. Oh, dad joke. Oh, dad joke. Such a spacey joke. So that was the regular, this is the spicy. Oh, this is double stacked. There's more here than I thought. Nice and thin cut mortadella, too. Gonna have to remember this brand. I haven't bought this brand before. They make some pretty massive mortadellas, by the way, chat. Like, The world largest is like bigger than me. Both tall and around. Ladle's been sitting over there so long, things have died in it. Alright, I gotta shake this up again. Create at least a temporary emulsion here. So that was a combination of vinegar and olive oil with all the flavoring from the jardiniere. Tempted to hit that up with some mustard too, but I think I'm going to leave it with just that. And then that's a pressed sandwich, chat, so what's going to happen here next is I think this is going to go back into the spring form. Them olives just disappear. Huh? Giving me issues locking back into place. I think that's back in its ring. And then on top of that, let's see what we have for plates that's going to fit here. Too big. Is this really what I'm reduced to? Actually, that's pretty close. Taters. Debating what I want to put on top of this for weight. We need some sort of weight on top of this for when I'm not eating it like tonight. How's the sound been tonight? Other than the audio music issues at the beginning, how's the audio been tonight, chat? Hopefully it's been okay. First stream in a while, the AC hasn't been running. I haven't had the fan running the whole time. I only had the back oven going for a little bit. Back fan going for a little bit. Well, I'm going to call that pressed. Even though it's most certainly not. And going to go for first slice on this. I think you need a photo of this. Just like this. little cross section for you there, chat. Bread's nice and soft. It's essentially a white bread other than it being a nice round. Let's give that a shot. Garlic. Garlic. So yeah, there we go, chat. We made a sandwich. And I roasted some taters, but I do think that's going to wrap things up for this evening. Well, I think all of the oil and vinegar and all that loveliness in there from it's going to do is good enough without some added butter. I think I am going to leave it right there tonight, chat. I want to thank all of you for joining in with me tonight. Enjoyed making some bread and just chilling. Rather chill stream tonight. Gonna be back here tomorrow night doing dinner and dessert somehow with pumpkin. So, gonna have to figure out something to do on the savory side and the sweet side. Ingredient challenge. We'll have a new ingredient challenge coming up here soon in the Discord whenever I think to put that back up. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you have a lovely evening. Good night.